The episode starts with Tanu giving money to Abhay and asking him to get Dottie admitted in hospital. Abhay asks, from where did you get money? Tanu says, my mummy gave this money for wedding shopping, but wedding is still far. Abhay thanks Tanu and says he will never forget her big favor. Tanu tells Pragya that Abhay will be burdened by her always, under her favors. Abhay comes to Dottie and says ambulance is coming. Dottie asks from where did money came from. Abhay says Tanu gave the money. Dottie says she has done good, but it will be bad for her. She asks Akash to check the notes and see if it is stolen money. Abhay is clueless. Mitali hears her and asks Taiji if she told Dottie. Taiji says she drank Digene thrice since morning. Mitali thinks who told her then. Pragya asks Dottie to rest. Dottie gets up and says she was acting. She starts walking. Pragya says, I saw you falling down the stairs and Rithl's in pain. Dottie says, I knew that money was in the house only, but doesn't know about the thief. She says she staged the drama to get to the real thief. Pragya says, how we will know that the money is same stolen money. Dottie tells about Purab and Akash's childhood habit, and says they used to write serial numbers of the notes. Tanu comes there and says ambulance is here. She sees Dottie sitting on bed and all fine. Akash comes and says these notes are stolen ones. Tanu is shocked and says her mum gave her money for wedding shopping. Pragya says, how can serial numbers be same? Tanu says she is trapping me and says Sarla had confessed to the theft. Abhay says Sarla lied to protect Pragya. Tanu says Akash is with Pragya. Abhay says, I know he is not lying and it is his childhood habit to note down serial numbers. She blames Pragya. Pragya asks how can serial numbers matches. Dottie asks her to accept her crime and not to argue. Tanu says, I gave money to save your life and you are talking like this. Akash comes to Tanu's room and searches for more stolen money. He thinks she is very and have hidden money somewhere. Just then he opens makeup suitcase and finds money in it. He says, you are gone forever, Tanu. Tanu asks Abhay to take her side and says that she can't steal. Abhay says, I know just that Sarla can't steal and says he can't ignore the fact that serial numbers are matching. Akash comes back and asks Abhay to come to Tanu's room. Tanu gets shocked. Pragya laughs and sits with Dottie. Mitali tells Taiji if Akash saw money in Tanu's makeup kit. Taiji says it is good, and my stomach ache will go now. Tanu thinks to reach there and hide the money. Mitali tells Tanu that there is no place for her in the room. Akash takes Abhay to Tanu's room and asks him to see inside the trunk. Abhay asks what is in it. Akash opens it and shows the money. Abhay is very much shocked. Akash says, I have that seller's number who sold this trunk to Tanu. Mitali thinks Tanu will be caught now. Abhay asks Tanu to say. Tanu says this trunk was brought by me but I don't know from where did the money come from. Akash throws the money bundles on the floor, and says I haven't touched inside the trunk. We shall call the police and get the fingerprints tested. Mitali thinks police might find her fingerprints on the trunk and tells Abhay that she saw money with Tanu. Abhay recalls Tanu blaming, accusing and taunting Sarla badly, insulting her to the core. He feels disgusted with her behavior. Pragya asks Dottie, "How did this happen?" Dottie asks her not to think and says this is done now. Pragya asks her to say. Dottie says, "When I came back home after meeting Sarla, Robin came to give me water. I asked him if everything is all right at home. He said that Mitali is unwell, so I thought to see her and goes to her room. She says I heard Mitali talking to Pamai and telling her that Tanu had stolen the money. She called Dr. Murthy and asked him to help her with the plan and lie to Abhay. Dr. Murthy agrees. Dottie says it is revealed now. Pragya hugs her.